Welcome back. She is one of San Antonio's newest city council members. Dr. Sukh Kaur represents District 1.
And she joins us live in the studio to answer many of your questions and, of course, our questions about what she wants to do for the city of San Antonio and, of course, District 1.
Okay, well, you talk about District 1. One of the biggest issues facing that district that we've been hearing about for a long time is construction. The St. Mary's Strip, a lot of business owners say that they have been hurt by delays in construction. How are you going to help them? How can you help them, I should say?
So first and foremost, we are the first line of defense, the closest elected official to residents. And so we want to be there over communicating to residents, telling them what's happening, and also holding our contractors and our city staff accountable for the work that's happening. And so the way we're going about doing this is prioritizing infrastructure in our office. On the campaign trail, I had said we were going to hire an infrastructure director, and we are actually on the way to hiring 2 people with that same background, because I'm not an engineer by trade, but having someone that understands why the decisions are being made in the way that they are, and then also asking tough questions of the work that's happening is a few of the things that we've already started doing to let people know what's going on.
Obviously, you have a different perspective now that you're actually on the city council instead of a candidate. What have you learned about why those delays took place on St. Mary's, and hopefully what lessons were learned in all that?
Yeah, so I think the first few lessons that we've learned is sometimes things, when you start digging, you don't really know what's underground. And that's because we have infrastructure that's incredibly old that hasn't been addressed. And so things start to pile up, and when they start digging, they didn't always know what was going on. And so unfortunately, that means that we are taking a long time to get something done. I also think we can do a better job and be more diligent about contractors that we hire, about making sure we have enough funds set aside for specific projects. And at the end of the day, I think what we've really lacked on is communication and community engagement. And that's what our office can do and what we commit to doing as we continue through all the other infrastructure projects that are on. Because what's great news for constituents, if you're listening in, is that St. Mary's is predicted to be done by the end of July, beginning of August.
It's just something that they've heard a lot about. So I don't think they're getting too excited
about that.
Yeah, whenever they hear a new update. There's a big difference between being a candidate, and you were just talking about this when you're with the constituents and you're hearing about what they need. Okay, well, now you got the job. And so there's a big difference because now you have to compromise, you have to work with your colleagues, and things look different on this side. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, when you're at the doors, all you're hearing is what constituents are facing on a daily basis, the challenges. And with the passionate heart that I have, I just want to come in and address all of those challenges. And then you realize when you get into the seat that, okay, there are reasons why things are happening, but that doesn't mean that the work can't be done. And so it's about how we do the work, not no. And we always say that in our office. And so I think the biggest difference is, one, we have to learn both sides of an issue. We have to take the time necessary sometimes to understand why certain decisions are being made, communicating and closing the feedback loop, because that's also something that we've noticed is that constituents will share their thoughts and feedback, but they never get a response. And so we will make sure that we do that so that when we're making a decision hand in hand with the community and with the city, that it's what's best for everyone.
When you decided to run, it was kind of at a nexus where there was construction problems on St. Mary's. There were noise ordinance complaints between the businesses in District 1 and some of the neighborhood associations in District 1. What was the one thing that you said, all right, I need to get in this race?
The one thing that actually is my why is around the economic segregation that exists in the city. So infrastructure is a major challenge, and actually all of these issues that City Council deals with affect our schools, affect our kids and our future generation. But as a public educator by trade, I've been in the education system for 15 years. We too often see that our schools that are have the most underserved populations are the ones with the biggest infrastructure challenges, that the areas surrounding those underserved communities are the ones that have the most drainage issues, the least access to health care, access to healthy food. The digital divide is a perfect example of some of the things that we see that are hugely separating between the communities in District 1. And it's very evident in District 1. You can walk 4 blocks and feel like you're in 2 completely places. And so that's why I actually got into the race, to be able to be a voice for those and to help advocate for all of our communities, regardless of the zip code that you live in.
And I'm sure you also spoke with constituents about issues that they may have or questions that they may have about their community and police relations. And that brings us into the tragic story of Melissa Perez, the woman who was shot and killed by SAPD just a few days ago. We've been asking our candidates when they come on our panel to just give us their thoughts or anything on that. Can you talk to us about that? Just give us your thoughts.
Firstly, my heart goes out to the family of the Perezes. No one should have to suffer or die the way that she did. I think it was a tragic situation, one that charges us at city leadership and at SAPD leadership to take a step back and reflect on how this situation could have happened. But it also really highlights mental health issues in our community. Mental health is something I don't think we talk enough about and we don't have enough supports for. So regardless of who it is, we need to make sure we're doubling down this budget cycle on how we can help. And we did just allocate more ARPA funds for mental health issues with opportunity youth and at-risk youth in this last city council vote, but it really does highlight the work that still is yet to be done and making sure that we prevent this situation like this from ever happening again.
We've done some stories since then at KSAT, and one of our Investigate story yesterday was with a former member of the mental health unit who said they don't take calls 24 hours a day, that there were only 12 of them. And then we found out today that the mental health unit wasn't even called in this particular instance. Does this include conversations with police officers and SAPD and this whole thing when you talk about mental health?
Absolutely. And so even when you call 911, there should be an option for you to be able to say someone needs mental health supports. I think we already know this pilot program has been successful with the mental health unit at SAPD, so we need to think about how we can double down on those resources.
All right, final question for you. I have noticed, and this is, I like to end with a lighter question here. I have noticed you have a companion with you on most of your campaign stops and most of the speeches that you get. You have a little dog. I want you to talk a little bit more about this person that you have, kind of usually like literally on your hip.
Literally on my hip. And she would be here today if I could. So her name is Hira. She's a little Pomeranian poodle. And I actually got her during Snowvid, when that crazy snowstorm, off Craigslist, and got her in a Walmart parking lot, believe it or not. And I am a big believer that all of us need emotional support in some way or the other. And just like you have family, she is my family. And so that's why she goes with me everywhere. And I encourage, and this is another reason why we really want to make sure we're advocating for ACS services, because dogs are our families, and anyone who is a true dog lover will know that. And so she's my family.
Is she going to be with you during the council meetings?
I have said she will be at City Hall, so she's been allowed to be in my office.
Around.
She'll be in my office, looking from afar, sending me good vibes, telling me how to vote.
Well, and if I had any question if you were a dog lover or not, when I asked that question about your dog, I could see your eyes light up. So I'm glad we brought her up.
I'd like to end with, I was at Centro this morning and listening to Matt Brown's speech going away, and he talked about love and compassion. And if this world had more love and compassion, we'd be a much better place. So I hope to bring that to council, and Hira will too.
Yeah.
Dr. Sukh Kaur, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.